Book of Heaven, Volume 27, October 15th, 1929. How all are in waiting for the narration of the story of the divine will, void of the acts of the creature in the divine will. I was feeling all immersed in the divine fiat. Before my poor mind, I could see the whole creation and the great prodigies operated by the divine will in it. It seemed that each created thing wanted to narrate what it possessed of the great divine fiat in order to make it known, loved, and glorified. Then, while my mind wandered in looking at the creation, my sweet Jesus came out from within my interior and told me,
"My daughter, all are in waiting for the narration of the great poem of the divine will. And since the creation was the first external act of the operating of my fiat, it therefore contains the beginning of its story of how much it has done for love of the creature. This is the reason why, wanting to tell you the whole story of my divine volition, I enclosed in it the whole story of creation, with so many details and simple and special ways, so that you and all might know what my divine fiat has done and what it wants to do, and its just rights in wanting to reign in the midst of the human generations. Everything that was done in creation is not completely known by creatures. The love we had in creating it, how each created thing carries a note of love, one distinct from the other, enclosing a special good for creatures, so much so that theirs lives are bound to creation with indissoluble bonds. And if the creature wanted to withdraw from the goods of the creation, she could not live. Who would give her the air in order to breathe, the light in order to see, the water to drink, the food to nourish herself, the solid earth to let her walk? And while my divine will has its continuous act, its life and its story to be made known in each created thing, the creature ignores it and lives from it without knowing it. And so this is why all are in waiting, creation itself, wanting to make known a will so holy. And by my having spoken to you with so much love about creation itself and of what my divine fiat does in it, creation shows its great desire of wanting to be known better. More so, since a good that is not known brings no life, nor the good it contains. Therefore, my will is as though sterile in the midst of creatures, nor can it produce the fullness of its life in each one of them, because it is not known."
After this, I felt an interior force within me that wanted to follow all the acts that the divine fiat had done in creation and redemption. But while I was doing it, I thought to myself, what is the good I do in wanting to follow the divine volition in everything? And my beloved Jesus added,
"My daughter, you must know that everything that my divine will has done both in creation and in redemption, it has done for love of creatures, and so that creatures, by knowing it, would ascend into its act in order to look at it, love it, and unite their act to its own, so as to keep it company, and place even just one comma, one point, one gaze, one I love you, on the so many works and divine prodigies that in the ardor of its love my fiat has done for all. Now, when you follow it in its acts, it feels your company. It will not feel alone. It feels your little act, your thought that follows its act. Therefore it feels requited. But if you did not follow it, it would feel the void of you and of your acts in the immensity of my divine volition, and with sorrow would cry out, where is the little daughter of my will? I do not feel her in my acts. I do not enjoy her gazes that admire what I do, to say to me a thank you. I do not hear her voice that says to me, I love you. Oh, how loneliness weighs upon me, and it would make you hear its moans in the depth of your heart, saying to you, follow me in my works, do not leave me alone. So, the evil you would do would be to form the void of your acts in my divine will, while if you do it, you would do the good of keeping it company, and if you knew how pleasing is company in operating, you would be more attentive. And just as my divine fiat would feel the void of your acts if you did not follow it, so would you feel the void of its acts in your will, and you would feel alone without the company of my divine will that loves to occupy you so much as to make you feel no longer that your will lives in you.